Good morning. A good lively bunch here today. I'm Randy Lewis. I'm the chairman of the Board of Trustees of Montserrat College of Art. I'm delighted to welcome everyone here to this commencement for the class of 2005. City of Beverly friends, Art World friends, but most of all, it is a joy to see the graduating class of 2005 and their family and friends. My congratulations on your successful completion of your studies at Montserrat. The commencement ceremony is a moment of transitions. Transition, for instance, Kate Bowden, our Dean of Faculty, is ending her 13-year tenure here, and will move to begin a new tenure on the West Coast. We thank you, Kate, for your wonderful work for all these years for the college. We thank you for having been at Montserrat. In your pursuit of your education, you have enriched the lives of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the administration, and the city of Beverly. We thank you all for all you have done so far, and we look forward to your future accomplishments. Congratulations. Proud and happy to introduce the president of Montserrat College of Art, Dan Trecker.
Thank you, Randy. Welcome to all the families and friends of the graduating class. Thank you to the Board of Trustees for joining us today. Trustees don't get enough thanks and appreciation for what they do. They are an all-volunteer group that provides the backbone to this college. So I would like to ask you to give a big hand and have the trustees stand, please. Congratulations, graduates. You made it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, parents. You made it.
The bill ain't paid yet.
Commencement is always a very special day in our community. A day when we celebrate the achievements, talent, and creativity of our newest alumni. To our graduates, you have worked hard. You have grown as artists and as people. We are very proud of you. You've shown us that creativity and experimentation are central to what you do and who you are. It's given to this college as a volunteer trustee. Countless hours, to be sure. More meetings than he would ever want to acknowledge. But more critically, he has given his leadership, his vision, and a lasting sense of caring about this college. Most of our students, faculty, or staff probably don't know that the new plaza outside of the Hardy building was his brilliant idea. Years ago, he designed this plaza. We tucked it in a closet until we could afford to build it, and we did last year. He is a talented architect, and we deeply appreciate what he's done for the college. Likewise, the college is in the midst of planning for a new student residence facility that most of our students and faculty know about. Randy donated his creative talents and ideas and time to this project over the past year. Both of these will be lasting evidence of his contributions to Montserrat. Please join me in a round of applause for Randy. One procedural thing for you, please. I would appreciate your noticing where the exits are in this theater, and what's up?
Okay, now let's get serious. I know that most of you are expecting some ridiculous speech from me today, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to let everybody down. After being nominated class speaker, I came to the realization that I'm better than all of you. I feel that it's now more important to represent the student body as a mature and reserved young adult. I apologize to all those who are expecting me to make a fool out of myself, but I honestly found it more appropriate to write a regular, straightforward speech instead. Well, not exactly. What I really did was take Jeff Newell's speech from last year and copy it. Except, I added a little essence. That's right. I kicked it up a notch!
Bam!
I'd like to thank our president, Stan Trecker, for making an appearance here today. A few weeks ago, I actually gave a copy of the speech to Stan to read over, hoping maybe, give me a few pointers before I read it off to you folks. When he was finished reading it, I asked him what he thought. He said in his best Austin Powers impression, treating it as his speech today. I replied by saying, "Sure, Sam, I'd gladly sell you the speech." For $1 million! But here we're at, folks, graduation. Can you believe we made it here? Yeah, let's give each other a round of applause. Jerry Seinfeld on graduation. Hey, everybody! What's up with graduation? Why are they so damn boring? Just then Kramer enters the room. Oh, I don't know, Jerry. I'm pretty damn bored myself. I just came here for the free complimentary breakfast. Jerry. What do you mean, Kramer? There's no breakfast. This is a commencement speech. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go on Cabot Street to Michelle's place instead. I'm sure after I'm through with this speech, Kramer won't be the only one. Come on, get out of here. You can see right now, my family grabbing their things, ready to leave. In fact, let's give it up for the Gambino family. Gambino family too loud in public. Let's be honest here, folks. A name like Gambino isn't difficult to figure out what we're members of. That's right, the Italian Convenience Center. What else? I actually have a big confession to make. I'm really only half Italian. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I have a little Polish in me as well. Which means I'm 50% greaseball and 25% dumbass. But for being only half Italian, I'm still a pretty hairy guy. I swear I've got more body hair than James Gandolfini, Gary Dell'Abate, and let's not like Super Chip combined. But I digress. Is this on? I'm actually very proud to be graduating from this place today. I'll be happy to finally have the college degree that I've worked so very hard on. And it's going to look beautiful right above the toilet in my bathroom. Come on, it's an art degree. What else is it good for? Hey. Hey, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to hang my degree over the toilet in my bathroom. Use this toilet paper instead. I'm kidding, people, I'm kidding. I actually feel my degree will really come in handy when I'm applying to Walmart. I swear an art degree is like a license to sell retail. What are you going to do, huh? 4 years of art college. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
No.
4 years of slaving away at a canvas for hours on end. 4 years of cramming for that big art history exam, minutes before class. 4 years of paying thousands of dollars to live on campus, only to be kicked out a mere 24 hours after graduation, folks. I do love Beverly, Massachusetts, though, however. Ain't you lovely, folks? Right off the coast of the lovely blue Atlantic Ocean that complements the crisp golden sand of the lovely Main Street beach. Follow yourself up lovely Main Street to the lovely Beverly Common, cross over to lovely Cabot Street, and work your way down to the stunningly beautiful Rantoul Street view. I swear, if there were one street in the entire Northern Hemisphere that wouldn't mind getting a meal off of, it would be Rantoul Street. Oh, who am I kidding? Rantoul Street is like a mile and a half long urinal. Rantoul Street is so ugly, it makes any block in downtown Rodeo here look like Newberry Street. But seriously, Beverly is a wonderful place. I'm happy to spend the last 4 years. Let's give it up for Beverly again. That place is huge! The only place in Beverly that's larger than one of Mayor Scanlon's parking tickets. A lot more. How about the Atomic Cafe, located right here on Cabot Street? Perfect place to sit down and relax with a steaming hot cappuccino while embracing the soothing sounds of unruly screaming children. Hey, and what's up with all these hair salons in this town? I swear, there's 100 different places to get a haircut or a permy poop on every block here in Beverly. It's amazing. What about all the places to get your nails done? I'm never sure which one to go to. The one with the tacky decal of the woman with large hair in the window? Or the 500 others with the same friggin' decal? should also talk about the businesses in Beverly that are no longer with us. Cracker's Pub, for example. The only place in Beverly named after the people that would hang out there. The Lighthouse Tavern is another place I like to frequent. The best spot in Beverly to have a beer, shoot some pool, and get your hand chopped off with a cleaver. But there is one place in Beverly that I honestly can't say anything bad about. My favorite breakfast place and luncheonette, Michelle's place, right here in Texas. Excellent food, terrific service, and I swear they're not paying me to say this. And while we're on the topic of ass kissing, I should also mention my love for this place we're in right now, Cabot Cinema. If anyone hasn't seen the magic show, they really absolutely should, because it's a phenomenal experience. Just look at this place, it's beautiful. Marco the Magic has grand to me and company honestly know how to entertain a crowd. To my embarrassment, a lot more than I do. In fact, I'm sure I could say whatever nice thing I can think about this place, and they'd still hate me after this obnoxious speech. I tell you right now, Marco the Magic is wishing I would disappear. The Grand Levite is thinking, hey, now there's a guy who wouldn't mind shot sawing in half. But I really do love this place, nonetheless. Ethan Berry is going to give a speech shortly after I'm through. Does everyone know Ethan? For those who aren't familiar with Ethan, he is the person in charge of the Senior Fine Arts Seminar at college. Now, although I'm an illustration major, I still managed to learn quite a bit from the guy. Well, mostly about how to pick up young women, but very young women, actually. So young, actually, that I'm not even sure it's proper to refer to them as women. I have more about Ethan, but I'm gonna stop. He's after me, so I gotta watch it. Alright, before I end today, and let Ethan get even with me, I'd like to recognize the following people. Karen Balter, Janet Bridges, Linda Francis, Karen Gagnon, Melissa Pagliara, Ruth Pentesteel, Irene Snowden, and Randy Dudley. I will end now by speaking from the very bottom of my cold and bleeding heart. Although I may forget most of you, I will never forget the greatest years of my life were spent here at Montserrat College of Art. Thank you.
How about a big hand for Don Rickles?
I don't know, somehow I feel partially responsible for this creation of John Gambino. This occurred to me, John, while I was sitting here, that the day I met you was September 11th. And John was, it was a really, really difficult time. A number of students were gathered in the student lounge, and it was tough. Janet Duray and I were up there, and John was wandering in the hallway, and I saw him in this state of being really raw and real. And so those of you that really know John know that there's really a big heart there, and that's how I remember you. That was important for me to know you then. But I guess that is sort of a defining kind of characteristic of this class, which is that, for better or worse, we did get to know each other, sometimes under duress, sometimes under really, really positive circumstances. And that was a complete digression, so just thought of that, John. I did want to thank the people at the Cabot Cinema, the remarkable people at the Cabot Cinema for this magical place they've created for our commencement. And I want to thank Stan and especially the faculty at Montserrat for partially being responsible for you being here. And especially, I think I want to pay some respect to your advisors, all of you that had advisors over the 4 years. And that person is the one that you have worked most closely with, putting your schedule together, answering your questions, sometimes offering you advice, perhaps that you didn't even ask for, answering the phone at odd hours, perhaps. So I wanted to acknowledge all of your advisors. How the seminars could not work without them. I'm speaking to all of you, but right now to the fine arts seniors, it seems like I've said a lot to you already this semester. And a lot of it has had to do with who you are and what matters to you. And beyond that, maybe what you're willing to give up for what matters to you. And, as I look at you, I've become aware of who is looking back at me. And I'm also aware that you've accomplished something really, really extraordinary. And you've done it by being out of your minds.
That's the way to do it.
And what I mean by that is that we all have this committee going on in our head. These voices that are always talking to us, passing judgment. The backseat driver, your worst critic. So over the years, you've come to listen to that backseat driver. And think about 4 years ago, you arrived at Montserrat with your committee, and let's just say the committee is self-interested, and the committee is very reasonable. So the person you were when you arrived at Montserrat was probably a slightly better dressed version of the previous year's model. Over the years, everything you did, everything you thought had to pass by this committee. You had to have a reason for everything you did. And the thing about the committee is that it's always there. And most of the time you are listening to it. 4 years ago, the committee was saying things like, I will never be able to make a painting like that. Well, how the hell am I ever going to learn all that stuff? It's always there, always talking. Somewhere along the way, you found a way to start ignoring that committee and get out of your mind and into your life. Right now, that committee is probably saying, I don't have a studio. What am I doing? I don't have a job. My resume's thin. My portfolio sucks. I don't even have a website. And my committee's saying, I'm really glad they can't see my bald spot. So being out of your mind is finding a way out of your head and into your present self. Your body, being here in this beautiful theater, surrounded by people who support you and love you. You did this. And you did it repeatedly by being unreasonable and not listening to that committee. And I say, good job.
Yeah.
To introduce to you the Stan Strickland duo, who will have a musical selection.
Dwayne still has the moves. I'm going to talk very fast because I have to pee. And I wasn't dancing. I really have to pee. Anyway, El Presidente Trekker, La Junta, and the faculty advisors and honored guests and parents of the students and graduates and their parole officers. I know many of you have to be out of here because you have an AA meeting at 1 o'clock. I've got an AARP meeting at 2 o'clock. I will not be brief, but I won't be too long, or something like that. You know, you have a much better opportunity at school than when I went, because when I was in school, we only had 2 choices. I majored in hunting and gathering, but I should have majored in raping and pillage. I found raping and pillage was where the money was, but now they told me about it, you know. I was going to say something very funny, but I forgot what it was. It'll come back to me later on. I want to tell you something amazing. Now pay attention, this is very amazing, and I'm going to say it's quite amazing. This is the most amazing thing you have ever heard, and you know what that is? Amazement. No, I'm amazing, I am amazing, and you are amazing. We live on an amazing, let me put it this way, we live in a small piece of dust floating on an ordinary star, halfway through an average galaxy. And this galaxy has 20 to 30 billion stars. Hubble telescope tells us that we live in a universe, an expanding universe that has 50 to 60 billion galaxies. That's amazing. That is totally amazing. Everything you put in your head is what you're going to get. You put crap in your head, you're going to have a crappy life, and that's amazing. Do you know how unique you are? Do you know how important you are? In the entire history of the universe, you will never be duplicated. You're more important than Andy Warhol and Nate, because this is your trip. And 50, 60, 70 years, which in cosmic time isn't even a fart, and you're gone. You're completely out of here. And most of us don't even know we're here. Watch, when I say this is now, this is not now, because
It's
no,
then.
this is now. No, this isn't now. This is actually now. No, that used to be now. This is now. There's no past, there's no future. All
Only
of
the
this
present.
is now. When I say it's now, it's not now. I wrote a little poem. It says, time is such a funny thing. It's like a hole inside a ring. Always now and never then. But when I say it's now again, it's never now, but always then. I'm always here and never there. But when I go from here to there, then there is here and here is there. And if you think you're very tall, besides a tree, you're not at all. And if you think you're very small, besides a bee, you're 10 feet tall. When we dream, we seem awake, and all along the dream was fake. To me, I'm I, and always me. You say you're I, and also me. How can that be, since I'm not you and you're not me? Time is not what you must think. It isn't in a wink. You know, it's so wonderful. I'm honest to God, it is so wonderful. We have this amazing opportunity
I think the universe is a great creative energy, and all we have to do is tune into the energy, and that energy is my intuition. It's the crap that comes into your head. Pay attention to your mind, pay attention to your intuition. When I worked at Life magazine years ago, I was a very bad graphic designer. I'm a very good bullshitter, I'm a very bad graphic designer. What happened was, I would find myself going to the office, having coffee, having tea, having gotten dressed, not remember doing any of it. And at 9 o'clock, I look forward to 5 o'clock. Monday, I look forward to Friday. June, I look forward to January. And I was totally on automatic. And that's not the way to be. That's not the way to be. It's to feel, make mistakes, make a total fool of yourself. You know, nothing's been done to you, you've done it. Nothing. Nobody's making an apple pie, nobody's gone to parrot. When I first started doing nudes, somebody said, oh, you photographed a nude, everybody, no, I didn't do it. Nothing's been done to you, so do it, for God's sake. You have two choices in life, doing the bullshit. Do it. Make mistakes, don't be perfect, don't try to be perfect. Perfection is an illusion, a big mistake. To try to feel as strongly as you can and stay open to every possibility that comes your way. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I still ask questions. If the one quality I have is that I've got an enormous curiosity, which means I'm also a very curious person. Well, anyway, I don't know that long, but I did want to tell you one thing. Anything that comes to mind, I think is a gift. Honestly, pay attention to your mind. You know, have you ever had a lucid dream? A lucid dream is when you're in a dream when you realize you're dreaming. And I found this out. I was taking a trip, and I had this anxiety dream where I'm trying to get to the airport, and I get to the airport, and I arrive at gate 1, and the plane's leaving from gate 66, you know, and I never get there. Well, I had that kind of dream when I was traveling with this lady, and we were in Europe, and we couldn't get a cab. It was 5 o'clock. And I turned to her and I said, you know, I often have dreams like this. And I said, oh, I should have had a D8. This is one of those dreams. We're actually dreaming. So, what I want to tell you, I'm having a lucid life.
There you
I
go.
have come awake in this dream that we call being, this dream that we call life. Everything is mystery. Where do thoughts come from? Right now my bladder is filling up. I do not tell my bladder what to do. Everything, once you begin to realize that everything you see, everything you hear, everything you think is going to go away. Totally go away. See, when you're young, you're all future and very little past. You know, when do you have to remember the prom, for God's sakes? You know, in my age, I'm very little future and all past. But I love getting old. If you do it in a good way, it's really, really terrific. And given the way the country's going, I'm getting out here just in time. I never planned to be a photographer. I didn't know what I was going to do. But what I did was I stayed open to every opportunity. When I was 26, I found I could go to Russia, and I had to borrow $500 from my mother and father, and I ate sandwiches for 5 months. It could change my life. I became communist. No. But I took a camera and I borrowed, and you have to have passion, for God's sake. If you don't have passion now is when you make the mistakes, the habits. Life is a series of habits. And some of them are good, some of them are bad. Bad. But good habits. And the good habits are taking risks. You know what it's like? It's like a trapeze artist. And when a trapeze artist, no matter how many times they let go of the bar, they never are quite sure that the other bar is going to be there for them to grab. And you should always do that. You should always, I would say, shoot first and ask questions later. Because if you're afraid to take risks, if you're afraid to stick your neck out, then you're not going to go anywhere. But if you take risks, it's amazing what's going to happen. So amaze yourself. I'm out of here. Did anybody, no, really, unless you know something I don't know, but I have a wonderful, I made things come to my mind. So I was photographing for Vogue and this rich lady, and it took her an hour to get her face on and the makeup and all that. She had a very clever little girl, so I began to teach her dirty limericks. I love to rhyme. I really am. There's no problem with me, doctor. But anyway, look for that. I didn't shut up. Okay. You're talking about reading horses. I do too. When I say heel, I don't do it. But anyway, so I started writing limericks, and I talked to this little girl, but I will end with my favorite limerick, and that is, I dreamt last night, write this down. No, don't write this down. I dreamt last night I proposed to a girl who was wearing no clothes. In her garden for hours, I watered her flowers, and I woke with a drip from my hose.
Ann Geyer to join me, please, on stage. Ann.
We honor Dwayne Michaels, a self-taught photographer, who for the past 5 decades has challenged the world of traditional photography with his unique imagination and an artistic style that blurs the boundaries of photography, poetry, and philosophy. Michael's fascination is with the rudiments of human existence: sex, love, and spirituality. A self-described expressionist, Michaels combines the purely visual with the written word to investigate emotion and to discover the universal truths about human nature. Appearing in more than 150 solo shows, hundreds of group exhibitions, over 20 books, and in some 60 museum collections nationwide, Dwayne Michaels demonstrates what can be achieved when one remains true to one's artistic self.
Bathrooms that way.
You would necessarily might choose it because it's so interesting and so challenging that you couldn't help yourself. And through the years, you learn certain skills. You develop these skills. You learn about paints, the different paints and how they react. And you learn about color and how that works. You learn about your tools, brushes and so on. And you learn about how to put things together, both technically and aesthetically. And these things are important because you have to find your sensibility, kind of find who you are, so to speak, because you can't do everything there is to do in painting. So you have to find your approach.
And working for various senior fine arts and art
It really is tough when we have one award to give. Let me say that this person set a standard of discipline and work and organization and effort.
Chair of the Graphic Design Department, John Poland.
Hello. Every year we have dinner with a group of graphic designers, and this year I think we have an entrepreneurial spirit. Many of you push the boundaries, and what is graphic design, what is design, and so that. And there's one designer who's been here, I remember as a freshman, he worked hard, and he plans ahead. In the fall, he brought a tractor into the gallery, and in the spring, there was grass in the gallery. So Brian Saviano.
I'm happy to report that it was a difficult decision, with quite a number of students nominated for their exceptional work in liberal arts courses. This year, the award goes to a student whose talent for writing is matched by a wonderful sense of engagement in all she undertakes. Congratulations to Catalina Viejo Lopez. Chair of the painting department, Ronald Boyd.
This year's award is determined by the vote of the painting department faculty. This year's recipient is highly motivated, quick-witted, disciplined, and combines representational imagery with a formidable formal intelligence. Catalina.
Chair of the photography department, Ron Rita.
Thank you. We wanted to recognize someone who not only excelled in the photography department, but whose influence and reach has moved beyond just our doors and influenced the entire college. And for those of us that have had the student in class or had any dealings with her, you'll know that when I say I've been Cloutier, exactly what that means. We're going to recognize Christine Cloutier.
God, I gotta do this. I would like to present this award on behalf of the department, faculty of the department, and as well my co-conspirator, collaborator, fellow co-chair in Moral Compass, Stacey Thomas Vickery. We had hard times here. There was a lot of students we could have considered. We decided upon one person in the long run for her diligence of pursuit and work, and willingness of her to listen and come up with her own answers on her own. This year, the award goes to Jean Green.
Culture department, Meredith Morton.
We had a great graduating class this year. I would say close to half of them had professional jobs that they worked on. 2 of them for Hewlett Packard, which is not a small company, so it's a very impressive group. But we had to pick one for the illustration graduation award. We voted on this before today's speeches, I want you to know. In recognition of a very serious artist, of very silly art, and high achievement for the lowest of arts, John Gambino.
Congratulations to all.
Thank you, Kate. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, and the real reason we're here today. We're now going to award the new alumni from Montserrat College of Art their degrees. Randy Lewis would join us on stage. Kate Bowden. And I'd also like to acknowledge and recognize Teresa Skelly. Teresa is the registrar of the college. She'll probably blush, but Teresa's about to deliver her first baby in about a month. family is expanding.
Graduating with Bachelor of Fine Arts in Illustration, John Vincent Gambino. Graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Printmaking, Beth. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Painting, Amanda Ray Hope. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Painting, Kristen Leslie Johnson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fine Arts, Nicholas Alexander. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fine Arts, Krista Kendall. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Illustration, Michael Jason Patel. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, Edwina Sophia Cooley. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, Joseph Francis Lambert.
She comes.
Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Illustration, Tiffany.
Woo! Way to go, Biff!
Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, Curtis D. LeBake. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, Nick Blue. Graduating with a Bachelor. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Printmaking, Rebecca Susan Lyle.
I now have the pleasure to say that by the power given to me by the Montserrat College of Art Board of Trustees and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I now declare you graduates of Montserrat College of Art. While you're standing, please turn your tassels from to the other side to show that you have officially graduated. Thank you. You can be seated. This morning, I hope you enjoyed them. Again, congratulations to our newest alumni. We wish you all the best. We hope you will come back and visit us. Let us know of your successes. And please stay in touch. I would ask that the audience remain seated until the stage party and students have left, and then follow us back to the Harding Building, where there will be a reception in the main gallery corresponding to the senior exhibition.
Party. Yeah, you got it pretty good. You got it good. It's kind of dark though. Yeah, I know. I had this on.
Is this your brother? No, this is like cousins. Just easier. But it's a cousin baby. This is my best friend. Theo. That's a brother. A real brother. Okay. These are our pretend.
Oh.
Okay.
Good friends. They grew up together. It's Tiffany's graduation day. I'm gonna okay, we'll come up home. I'm done. They all are, yeah?
Chris, come on.
Used to have lunch there.
Stop.
Oh, it's done.
It's done?
Jim, come on, Jim.
No, you and the kids. Tell me what I gotta do.
That's the photo button.
Just press down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it's recording now, so
Oh, just press
just
the...
hit the button and it will.
I can't see. Oh, right
Because
there?
that- yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's still
All right.
recording though. Keep in mind.
Oh, it's still recording?
Oh yeah.
It hasn't moved. Oh, here it goes. Okay, ready?
This is my day.
Ah, I got that. Okay, with the kids. Wait, make it adjusted. Need a picture. Okay, ready? Say sibling rivalry. All right, excellent. Got it. Great.
Thanks for coming.
Oh. Okay.
When it's done, yep.